What's up, guys? Welcome back to Boost Brothers Garage. In this episode, we are going to continue pulling the engine on the Cayman. Right now, it's Monday. I took the day off work just to relax, de-stress, and to work on the car a little bit. So I'm going to dive right back into where we left off. I'm going to get the transmission pulled. I'm not going to show much of that work because you guys have already seen us do it. I'll post the link up there if you want to see us dropping the transmission, replacing the clutch, flywheel, all that good stuff. So anyway, I'm going to get after it and I'll check back in here in just a minute. A couple points to make real quick. Number one, trying to get the transmission out of the car by yourself absolutely sucks. Don't do it, especially in the garage and not on a lift. I'm sweaty, my arms hurt, and it just hasn't been any fun. But we're there. It's all unbolted. It's ready to come down now. I want to show you guys a couple things. Okay guys, one little tip for when you are taking the transmission out. As you'll see, a lot of these are pretty standard bolts. They're all 16 mils, I think. This is a nut that comes on from the engine side. There's a stud in the transmission down here. So make sure you know that. This little guy is an internal 12 point, and there's about this much room to work with, so there's no tool you can really get in there. I had to buy these from AutoZone, and in order to make something that worked, I chopped the end off this guy, so it's just this little fella right here. It's a little nub. And then I taped it into this end wrench, and I apologize for the lighting here. I know it's not the best, but I don't know what the Porsche techs use, if there's a special tool that Porsche has or just a tool I don't have, but this was the easiest, most cost-effective solution I found. So tape, cheap AutoZone tools, which I just dumped everywhere, and yeah, that's that. Thank God for an engine, or for a transmission jack. That thing is a lifesaver. Now that the transmission's out and I cracked my first beer of the day, it's time to move on. I'm gonna wait till Zach gets here to do anything too dramatic, like dropping the engine itself. Plus we've got some stuff to do there. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the headers off. If you look at the bottom of the engine, the headers are the lowest point, so when we do drop the engine, it would land on the headers, and we obviously don't want that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull those out now. That'll probably take me, I don't know, half hour, depending on how hard the O2 sensors are to get out. Anyway, we'll find out. Well, we got one header out, and it looks beautiful. All those heat cycles turn the headers gold and blue and purple, and yeah, that's one. I'm gonna get the other one pulled out right now. Bada bing, bada boom. 2 headers off. Time to cook dinner so my wife doesn't kill me. See you in an hour. Alright, Zach is finally here, and he is currently draining the coolant. Kind of. Slowly but surely. Take another look at how much this engine moves. Hey, whoa. definitely something wrong with that motor mount. On top of getting the transmission out, we also got these fuel lines off right here. That is behind the driver's seat underneath the car. So to recap, right now we have transmission out, all the exhaust off, including the headers. We have what we believe to be everything off of the top of the engine in the engine compartment, including the wiring harness. And we're beneath the car now, trying to get to power steering hose, brake booster hose, fuel lines, which we've done, and coolant hoses. And then there is a safety cable that attaches to the cross member under there, which I will show you guys. And we hope at that point that we can go ahead and drop this thing. Try to make sure it happens tonight, but still a little bit yet to be seen. Alright, so as you guys can see, we have made a giant mess under the car. We tried to catch as much coolant as we could, and it just didn't work too well. See one of the big hoses right here, another one over here, and then there's a couple other on the side Zach's working on right now. We had the AC lines evacuated before before we took them off.
Of course we did.
So yeah, make sure you evacuate your AC lines. The AC lines are off right now, which means all that we've got left are power steering lines, which are right here. You can't see, but we're gonna get those power steering lines off. And then if you can see right over here, there's that little cable right by the jack. That's some sort of safety cable, and we have to remove that. That goes from the engine to the cross member there. And once we do that, we're gonna drop it.
No, we aren't.
Zach says no, we're not.
Well, I mean, we're gonna try, but something.
Well, right.
Something's not gonna be unhooked for sure.
We are. We're gonna try to drop it at that point, and most likely there will be an electrical connector here, or a ground strap there, or possibly even another coolant hose that we haven't found. But like I said, the instructions we had were for a Boxster, and they, you know, they weren't great for what we're trying to do. So we're kind of winging it. Why not? Well, unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to call defeat tonight. We got really close, but it's late. I'm tired. He's tired. And we don't want to screw anything up trying to knock out a bunch of stuff with, you know, trying to get it done in an hour or so just to say we got it done. So what's left, we need to pull the motor mount. We have the engine supported with the hoist and a jack. We've got power steering lines.
Yeah, some odd end connectors that I'm sure we haven't seen yet, but I mean, overall, I think we're pretty close.
Yeah, real close.
We've pulled the cross member. In the write-up, they do talk about there being like a chassis brace down there that you can pull for some extra clearance, so we're gonna have to see that. But we're hoping to film the actual lowering part a little bit more so you guys can actually see that. It's been real tedious so far, and honestly, we haven't really known what we're doing, so there's not much that we can film.
Yeah, if we just shove the camera under there, you guys are going to be really bored, so we're trying to give you updates as we can.
Yeah.
But next time we work on the Cayman, the engine will be on the ground. Go buy another engine stand, get it up there, and start disassembling and see what's going on. So that's that.
All right, guys, thanks for watching another episode.
We'll see you next time.
See you.